don't know if y'all can see me. Oh, okay. All right. I recently did a thing. I have no idea why, but if anyone's with me, let me know. But was up late at night and I was thinking about my ex. Bruh. Right. And I know, everybody's like, oh my gosh, what did you do? And it wasn't even like that. Partially, maybe 10%, but not really. The 90% was what I really needed, and he gave it to me. I needed for him to tell me he didn't love me anymore, that we had no chance or no future, no nothing anymore. And I say this, proceed with caution if you ever do this. Proceed with true caution. True caution, okay? I only did this because I knew we didn't have a future. I already knew this because we didn't have a chance. I knew that we weren't going to be made in matrimony and live happily ever after. Like, I already knew that, logically, right? Logically, I knew in my mind, this boy does not like me. He doesn't want me anymore. It's okay. You can keep on moving on. But my heart, it was like, please, love me again. Choose me. Love me. Pick me, right? And my body was telling my brain, my mind's telling me no, but my body. I know this is a horrible song, R. Kelly, all that stuff. That's another topic about how the Black community just lets a lot of celebrities slide simply because we love their songs, we love how they play a certain sport. That's another topic, okay? That's another topic. But what I came to realize was I called him. It took me forever to call him. Like, when I say forever, a good 30 minutes. And I had to call myself and say, Alexandria, why are you being so fearful? What is causing you to be so fearful of? And I was fearful of not just rejection, but the acceptance of an end. I didn't want it to end. I wanted to have that lingering, like, what if? And I knew logically that was not healthy and that wasn't beneficial to the health and growth that I had for myself, right? And when I made up my mind, I talked to the Holy Spirit about it. He said it was okay to do so. And even after I got the okay, I was still nervous. I still didn't call him. And then finally I said, you know what? Just do it. I saw this girl say 100 no's or whatever on TikTok one day. And I said, let me just get this over with. If he doesn't answer, he doesn't answer. If he doesn't if he doesn't give me the answer I need, that's okay too. It doesn't matter as long as I did it, because I was tired of letting fear control my life. So I just did it, called him, ring, no answer. Ring again, no answer. I was like, oh my gosh, I was about to hang up right when that man said hello. And I paused.
Miss Jackson.
Okay. We got here, now what? Right? We got here, now what? Now what? And so I told myself, it's okay. It's going to be okay. I said, hello? And he said, yeah, what's up? And I don't know why, my body started crying. And literally, I felt so emotional. And it wasn't even because I was just crying because I wanted him. I was crying because I was saying, this is really it. I'm really about to make a breakthrough. I'm really about to move forward and pass forward the baton of my ex to somebody else. You know what I mean? It was emotionally. And so I told him what was up. I said, hey, I need you to do me a favor. He was like, yeah, sure. Just let me know if I can do it. I said, hey, I need you to just simply tell me we have no future. And I said, I know it might be weird or whatever, but I need you to tell me that we have no future. We don't have anything going on. There's no hope for us, blase, and all that stuff. And I told him, I said, I miss you, and I don't want to miss you. And I feel like this is the only way for me to, gosh, why am I getting emotional now? Like, this is the only way for me to get over you. And he started laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, cringe. But I knew he always laughed in serious moments, and it made me laugh too. And it gave me that release of okay, I can relax and I can finally just get this over with. And he told me what he needed to say, and he said, yeah, I don't love you anymore, but I do have love for you. And I said, perfect, that's how I feel about you too, logically, right? If he called me, if he needed anything, I'll call him and try to do my best power to help him out. But in the end, I had so many other questions, but I said, no, that's for someone that was for me and not for him. In a way of, I had other questions of, not saying what he's doing or is he talking to other girls, but I had other questions for myself about me. And I said, no, I'm a just heal and let it be, because I used to be the type of girlfriend that would nitpick and try to find the why of every situation. But sometimes you really just have to let things go and play out, and you'll see the direction that you were meant to take without asking all those questions. And I didn't realize that me nitpicking or me asking 1,000 whys was exhausting and draining and nagging in a way. And it made me realize about that Proverbs in the Bible about how a quarrelsome woman, like a nagging woman, is like a leaky faucet in the house and whatever. And I didn't ever want to be that type of person. It just naturally, I was always the person always asked why. Not because I wanted that to be my default, but it's just simply how I was raised, something I have to just program out of myself. And I think a lot of people say, oh, well, that's how I was raised. No, I'm really trying to navigate a way on how to regulate my nervous system, but also make sure people are not, I don't feel overbearing by other people, because a lot of people think that me asking a lot of questions is so much, but sometimes it's just me being inquisitive. Sometimes I just want to know why things are the way things are. Sometimes I just want to understand so my brain can regulate what's going on. But when I didn't ask him those questions, I knew I was breaking something out of me that was not healthy, really, truly. And I was really proud of myself of not doing those things. But yes, I just wanted to come on here to say that sometimes calling your ex at night isn't always a bad thing. It isn't, truly. But you also have to be, you also have to be mindful and have discernment and wisdom on what you are calling him for, and why you wanted to call him, truly. And I hope it helps somebody. I really hope this helps somebody, that sometimes just getting that hearing those words, because a lot of people say, oh, okay, you'll just get over it, you'll just be fine. And sometimes people aren't always like that. We grow, we heal in different ways. And I am glad, because I've never done this with anybody before. Ever. I've never done this with anybody, no talking stage, no situationship that I've had before. No, nothing. It was only him specifically. So it was really interesting for me to see how I navigated and how I'm healing through this process. And I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of just growing and changing, because I never want to live a life where I'm never growing. I never want to live a life where I'm never changing or evolving to be better. Ever. I will never downgrade. I will only upgrade. It may take me a slower time than others, or a faster time than others, but at least I know I'm still graduating into becoming a better person and evolving to be the woman I know I am. So yes, let me get back to my workout. And I'm proud of y'all too. I'm proud of y'all for showing up for yourself. I'm proud of y'all for leaning into the woman, the desires of of who she is and who God called you to be. I'm proud of y'all for just wanting to say, I am better than this, and just trying every single day, because most people don't try. Most people just stop and never try again. So this was my quick spiel. I will get back to the gym. I'm doing glutes today. I only do 4 workouts for each body part because that's just what I do with. But I'm only doing clamshells, RDLs, and I'm doing curtsy lunges, and I'm debating on whether to do Bulgarian squats or goblet squats, and obviously going into cardio. But I pray that y'all are doing well. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.